Have you ever wondered why you push yourself to the limit, yet the results never match the effort? Why two people do the same job, and one thrives with radiant success, while the other collapses in exhaustion without moving forward? Why your mornings begin with heavy sighs as you open your bank account only to see the same disappointing balance staring back at you despite the endless hours you dedicate? Why your body aches with fatigue, but the life you dream of feels further away each day? Why the harder you try, the deeper you seem trapped in an invisible cycle that never ends? Why you feel as if the world is set against you, constantly placing obstacles in your path, leaving you drained, frustrated, and secretly afraid that nothing will ever change? The truth hiding beneath the surface is not about how much you do, but about the hidden pattern in your mind, a pattern many people never recognize. The silent habit of blaming circumstances, the belief that the outside world decides your fate, the victim mentality that quietly shapes your choices, creating confusion, poor judgment, and repeated failure. Science from Stanford reveals that when the brain operates in fear and anxiety, it sends chaotic signals that cloud clarity and lead to the same destructive decisions again and again. Picture Sarah, a sales worker in Texas who devoted 12 hours every single day thinking she was climbing toward freedom. Yet every paycheck disappeared into debt because deep inside she believed life was rigged against her. Her story mirrors the struggle of countless individuals who unknowingly sabotage their progress by carrying the same heavy belief. If you have ever felt trapped in this loop, if Sarah's pain reflects your own, declare with strength in the comments that you want to break free right now. Because the real question is not how hard you work, but what truly determines your outcome. And that answer will surprise you in ways you never imagined. The truth is, what decides your destiny is not frantic effort, but the frequency within you. Imagine this clearly. Two people apply for the same position. Their resumes look similar. Their skills seem equal. Yet, when they walk into the room, one radiates confidence, while the other radiates fear. The confident one speaks, and everyone listens. The anxious one speaks, and the air feels heavy. Who do you think the manager chooses? The answer is obvious. What creates this difference is not luck. It is not random chance. It is the vibration you carry inside your body and project into the world. This is what I call your inner frequency. It is the invisible energy that silently tells others who you are before you even open your mouth. When you live in worry, you broadcast doubt. When you live in harmony, you broadcast certainty. Research from the HeartMath Institute shows that a heart beating in coherence with positive emotion creates a magnetic field of order, a rhythm that people around you unconsciously feel, making them want to connect and trust you. That is why someone with glowing energy seems to attract opportunities, while another with heavy energy only sees doors close. This is not magic. It is biology. It is physics. It is psychology. Your body is a transmitter. Your mind is a signal. What you feel becomes what you project. What you project becomes what you receive. Think of John, a young man in New York. He failed in business again and again. Every attempt drained him. He doubted himself. He looked defeated. Investors walked away. Then something changed. He began to meditate. He began to visualize. He adjusted his internal state before any meeting. Soon his energy shifted. He no longer entered rooms with fear. He entered with calm power. People noticed, they felt it, and soon he signed a contract worth millions. John did not suddenly gain new skills. He did not discover a secret strategy. He simply changed his frequency. If you believe energy defines destiny, press like right now and confirm your belief, because the choice is yours. You can continue radiating stress, or you can start radiating power. And when you do, everything around you begins to shift. Real question is, how can you change your frequency when the weight of the world feels like it is pressing down on you? You can change by calming your body and resetting the signals from within. Think about the last time you felt stress taking control. Your heart was racing, your palms were damp, your breath was shallow, your mind could not think clearly. In that moment, every choice felt harder, every problem looked bigger. The truth is, the first step to break the cycle is not to work harder, but to regulate your inner state. The simplest tool is your breath. The 4-7-8 technique is a gateway. You inhale for 4 counts. You hold for 7 counts. You exhale for 8 counts. This rhythm guides your system from chaos to balance. It tells your brain that you are safe. It tells your body to release tension. Research from Harvard Medical School confirms that this practice reduces cortisol in as little as 10 minutes. That means within a short span, you can move from panic to clarity, from fear to focus. Imagine having this power in your hands. Every time stress rises, you press reset with a breath. You no longer drown in anxiety. You rise above it. Let me tell you about Michael, a chief executive in California. The weight of his company nearly destroyed him. Sleepless nights, endless pressure. His body was breaking down. His mind was burning out. One day he discovered mindful breathing. At first he doubted it. Could something so simple make a difference? But when he practiced, his nights became restful. His mornings became lighter. His meetings shifted. His decisions improved. Slowly, his company turned around. He did not find a miracle formula. He found the power to calm his body and guide his mind back to stability. This is what you can do right now. Try it with me. Inhale 4, hold 7, exhale 8. Feel the difference. If you have done it, write in the comments that you have reset your energy. This action may look small, yet it is the first door to freedom. When your body is calm, your choices expand. When your choices expand, your life begins to change. The path to a new reality always starts within. But let me ask you, is being calm enough to completely transform the world you live in? Or is there another layer waiting to be uncovered that decides how far you can go? No, calm is only the beginning. You need to learn how to live as if what you desire has already come true. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and seeing a message in your inbox that says you have just been offered your dream role. How would your chest feel? How would your hands move? How would your breath sound? Can you picture yourself smiling as if life finally aligned with you? This is the secret of embodied visualization. You do not only think about the outcome, you sense it through every channel of your body. You hear the tone of the voice congratulating you. You smell the room where you celebrate. You taste the coffee that suddenly feels richer. You touch the chair beneath you with a lighter body. You see the colors brighter because your heart is open. Neuroscience research shows that the brain cannot tell the difference between an actual event and a vivid, imagined experience. That means when you visualize with intensity, your system responds as if it is already happening. You prime your nervous system for success. You teach your body what it feels like to be the future version of yourself. This is how champions are made. Emily, an athlete in Florida, practiced this before her competition. She saw herself crossing the line. She felt the weight of the medal. On her neck, she heard the anthem play. She cried with joy in her imagination long before the real event. When the day arrived, she performed with unshakable certainty because her mind had already lived the moment. And she won. Her gold medal was not a surprise. It was the natural result of living inside the outcome before the world caught up. You can do the same. Close your eyes. See what you want most as if it is present now. Do not just think it. Feel it, embody it. Then write down the words, "I have seen it already." This practice is not a game. It is a rehearsal for your new life. It is the bridge from who you are to who you are becoming. Yet the journey does not stop here. Because once you have imagined with every sense, once you have stepped into the role of the person who has achieved it, the question remains. After you visualize, what must you do next so the universe truly responds to you? The next step is to command once and then release completely. Think of planting a seed in the ground. If you dig it up every day to see if it grows, you destroy the very chance of growth. This is what many people do with their dreams. They set an intention and then smother it with doubt. They pray for change, but then question if it will ever arrive. They visualize success, but then obsess over when or how it must happen. This constant checking is not faith. It is fear disguised as control. The truth is, unwavering belief is powerful, while suspicion eats away at creation. Psychology today explains that obsession with control raises stress hormones and blocks creativity. When your mind is filled with pressure, you push away the flow of ideas. You choke the possibility before it has time to bloom. To let go is not to give up. To let go is to trust. It is to step back with certainty that the process is unfolding. It is to allow life to arrange details you cannot control. Imagine sending a clear order to the universe and then walking away with confidence, knowing the order is already being prepared. That is the art of surrender. Let me share the story of David, an artist in Los Angeles. For years, he was desperate for approval. Every time he released a painting, he obsessed over feedback. Did people like it? Did they share it? Did they notice? His art lost its soul because his focus was not creation but validation. One day he shifted. He decided to paint. From inspiration alone, he stopped chasing opinions. He stopped doubting his gift. He released his work and moved on to the next canvas. Soon the world noticed. His exhibitions sold out. His name became recognized. Fame arrived not when he clung tightly, but when he finally let go. This is your invitation. If you are ready to release control, write now the words, "I trust my journey." This is not weakness, it is wisdom. It is the strength to let the seed grow on its own. It is the confidence to allow timing to unfold naturally. You must ask yourself one final question. If surrender is the key, do you still need to take action? Once you have released, or is there another secret waiting beyond the act of letting go? Yes, but action must come from inspiration, not from desperation. Think back to the moments when you worked under fear. Your hands were heavy, your mind was clouded, every step felt forced. The results were weak. Now recall a time when you acted. With excitement, your ideas flowed, your energy rose. Hours passed like minutes. The outcome was stronger and brighter. Can you feel the difference? This is the contrast between desperate action and inspired action. When you act from desperation, you push against life. You struggle, you force, you drain yourself and create resistance. When you act from inspiration, you align with the flow. You move with energy that lifts you instead of weighs you down. Research from the University of Chicago shows that when A person works in the state of flow, their effectiveness multiplies 5 times. That means what you achieve in 1 hour of flow could take 5 hours in ordinary effort. This is why inspired action is not only more enjoyable, but also more productive. It is the state where creativity blooms and progress feels natural. Let me share with you the story of Jessica, a writer in Boston. For years she battled with blocks. She forced herself to write, but the words felt empty. Manuscripts piled up without life. Rejections came again and again. She almost gave up. Then she discovered the secret of acting from inspiration. She stopped writing in fear. She waited for the spark. She wrote only when her heart opened. She entered flow and let the words pour through her. Soon her book came alive. Publishers noticed. Readers loved it. Her story became a bestseller. Success came not from pushing, but from allowing inspired energy to guide her. This is your choice too. You can force yourself from panic, or you can let inspiration carry you with ease. The results will never be the same. If you have ever felt the magic of working in flow, comment right now, "I want to live in the stream of inspiration." Remember, every true action must be born from alignment. Otherwise, you only create more struggle. But even when you learn to act with inspiration, there is something hidden that can silently sabotage your inner connection. The question is, what is secretly breaking the harmony inside you without you even noticing? Those are the habits and unconscious reactions that ruin your signal. Think about it. How many times have you promised yourself never to repeat the same mistake, only to find yourself doing it again? You feel trapped inside an invisible loop. You push forward, but then fall back. The truth is, silent saboteurs operate inside you. They are not enemies outside. They live in your patterns. The first saboteur is the constant need to check your frequency. You doubt your progress. You ask if you are aligned. This constant checking lowers your state. The second saboteur is the old story you keep repeating. You tell yourself, "I am not enough. I always fail. Life is against me." Every time you replay this narrative, you reinforce the past. The third saboteur is your emotional reaction. Something small happens and you respond with the same fear, anger, or sadness. These reactions drag you back into the old cycle. The fourth saboteur is overaction. You do too much, push too hard, and burn out. Instead of moving forward, you collapse. Science on neuroplasticity shows that habits carve pathways in the brain. The more you repeat them, the stronger they become. That is why breaking them feels so difficult. But once you see them clearly, you weaken their power. Awareness is the first weapon. Robert, a business owner in Chicago, lived this battle. He constantly worried about money. Even when his company was doing well, he could not stop fearing loss. He checked his accounts every hour. He repeated the old story that he was destined to fail. His fear triggered the same anxious responses. He worked endlessly, exhausting himself without clarity. But then he learned to notice the saboteurs. He caught the old story as it arose. He stopped overacting. He chose new responses. Slowly, his state changed. His business stabilized. His mind felt lighter. His energy attracted better results. His freedom began the moment he recognized the invisible enemies. Now it is your turn. If you have ever felt trapped by these hidden saboteurs, declare right now, "I choose to free myself today." This is the beginning of your release. But awareness alone is not enough. You must go further. The next question is this. Once you see the old self, how do you break free from its grip and truly become the new version of you? You overcome by accepting vulnerability and daring to dance with fear. Think of the last time you delayed a decision because you were afraid to fail. Remember how that hesitation held you back. Your chest tightened. Your thoughts raced. You told yourself maybe tomorrow, maybe later. But tomorrow never came. Fear is not your enemy. Fear is energy waiting to be faced. When you deny it, it controls you. When you embrace it, it frees you. The first step is to admit your fear. Say it clearly. Own it. By naming it, you release its hidden grip. The second step is to allow the energy inside you to flow instead of locking it away. The moment you stop resisting, your body feels lighter. The third step is to step into the role of the new self, even while fear whispers in the background. Brené Brown, in her book Daring Greatly, shows that vulnerability is the foundation of courage. Without the willingness to be exposed, there can be no true strength. Real transformation is not about perfection. It is about being brave enough to feel uncomfortable and still move forward. Let me share the story of Linda, a single mother in Seattle. She needed work to support her children. She wanted to apply for a position that could change her life, but the fear of rejection froze her. For days, she hesitated. Then she decided to face it. She admitted her fear of being turned away. She breathed through it. She chose to submit the application anyway. She went to the interview with shaking hands but an open heart. And because she dared to be vulnerable, she spoke with authenticity. The company saw her courage. She was hired. That choice provided stability for her entire family. Her story proves that fear can either trap you or guide you into becoming the new version of yourself. Now it is your turn. If you are ready to face your fear and claim your transformation, right now, I choose to become my new self. This is a declaration of power. It is the doorway to freedom. And once you step through it, everything changes. But let me ask you something. When you finally step into this new identity, when you truly become that version of yourself, how will it feel to live every moment from that place? At that moment, you will see yourself no longer chasing the future, but already living in it. Imagine standing inside your dream house. Do not place it 10 years away. Place it right here, right now. Feel the ground under your feet. Notice the walls around you. Hear the sounds echoing through the space. Smell the fresh air drifting through the windows. Touch the surfaces with your hands. This is the essence of being instead of becoming. Becoming means you are always on the way, always reaching, always waiting. Being means you are already there. You live the state you desire before the evidence appears. Joe Dispenza teaches that when you feel in the present as if it is already achieved, you draw the new reality to you much faster. The body and mind cannot tell the difference between what is vividly imagined and what is physically happening. Your nervous system begins to adapt. Your energy aligns with the new life. You become a magnet for the outcome you want. Let me share with you the story of Mark, a former soldier in Arizona. He carried deep scars from his past. Memories haunted him. Nights were heavy. Days were filled with struggle. Traditional solutions did not work. Then he discovered the power of living as though he was already healed. He stopped identifying as broken. He began to act, breathe, and move as a man restored. He practiced the feeling of freedom every day. Soon his body responded. His mind followed. He truly left behind the old weight. He became whole again because he chose to live as if he already was. This is what you were invited to experience. No more waiting, no more delay. Step into the state of already being. Comment right now, I am already the best version of myself. Declare it, feel it, own it. This is the peak of transformation, where desire and reality merge into one. You stop running after the dream and begin to embody it. And once you taste this state, you will ask yourself a deeper question. If you are already living as the version you always wanted, what is the final step that locks this change in place forever? The final step is to act in the next 24 hours as if you have already achieved everything. Imagine for one full day you live not as someone waiting, but as someone who has already arrived. Picture yourself walking with certainty. Your eyes shine differently. Your voice carries authority. Your movements feel deliberate. Every gesture reflects confidence. When you drink your morning coffee, you savor it as a successful person. When you speak to others, you speak with the tone of someone fulfilled. When challenges appear, you respond with calm strength because you already know the outcome is secured. This is the essence of quantum activation. It is not about pretending. It is about stepping into the version of you that already exists and wearing it fully for 24 hours. Psychology experiments at Yale University reveal that role-play behavior rewires the brain quickly. The act of embodying the new self accelerates transformation. Your mind learns faster by doing than by only thinking. By living as if you already are, you instruct your nervous system to align with that reality, and soon your external world begins to mirror it. Angela, a young woman in Denver, tested this challenge. She decided to spend a single day acting like the person who already had her dream job. She walked with confidence. She spoke with clarity. She held her head high. That very week, she received an unexpected call for an interview. Within days, she was offered the role she long desired. Her life shifted because she chose to live in the frequency of already being. Now it is your turn. If you dare to test yourself, comment, I activate my new reality today. Make it a declaration. Let it be your commitment. And before we close, I want to thank you deeply for choosing to watch this video among millions of options. Your attention is precious. Your journey is powerful. If this message has touched you, press like, subscribe to the channel, and share. It's so more people can awaken. Because when you change, the entire world changes with you. This is the end of the series, but it is only the beginning of your new reality. Act today as if it is already done, and watch how quickly life responds to your command,